We're going to now be making our trees. So the first thing we're going to do is outline our trees to show emphasis, which we talked about in the beginning of this project we were going to do. So you're going to have the choice for outlining. You can use one of these black crayons or you can use a black Sharpie. The black Sharpies are nice if you need a finer point, but I like the black crayons personally better because I don't have to worry about it drying up. So you choose what you think is best for you. So the first thing you're going to do, pressing hard, we're just going to outline our trees so that they pop a little more. So we're going to go through the branches. It doesn't have to be exactly. So as you can tell, this one's going behind this branch. So I want to make sure I skip over that so that it looks like it's supposed to with this tree in the front. So now I have that one. So I'm going to go in, outline this one. Okay, so I have my tree outlined. Now what I'm going to do, because these are birch trees, so for your smaller tree friends, the ones that did a couple smaller ones, you're going to go in and just do some vertical line, or I'm sorry, not vertical, horizontal lines to give it the black lines that you would normally see on a birch tree, which are just kind of these every once in a while spots on the tree with these lines that come about halfway across. Okay, so then I want to go in now and draw some smaller tree branches that I didn't get a chance to do with the paper. So I'm going to go in and just draw some skinnier branches, and they're just curved lines with a little short line that comes off of that. Okay, so it's looking pretty good. Maybe I want to fit one more little branch there. Okay, so I have my trees all outlined. Now what we're going to do is put our pattern and detail in our trees. You're going to start by creating shapes and then slowly work your way into lines. I'm going to let you use what you would like to use at your table, depending on how skinny your tree is. So for example, at your table stations, if you have a really skinny tree trunk, you might want to use colored pencils. But what's great about oil pastels is they're really vibrant and they cover areas really nicely, especially on our paper. So if you have bigger tree trunks, you might want to use these. So you need to brainstorm what you would like to use. You can use anything in your table stations except for chalk pastel. We're going to stay away from that. So I'm going to go in now and, like I said, start with some shapes first. So I know it's going to be hard to draw shapes with oil pastels that have a thicker point to them. So maybe I want to go in with some colored Sharpies. And again, you problem solve and think about what's going to work for you. So I'm going to go in maybe with a couple of colored Sharpies. And maybe, I don't know, I want to do a heart. So I'm going to start and just draw shapes. So the first thing is shapes. Okay, so now I have that one shape I repeated. I'm going to go in and do 2 lines that I'd like to repeat throughout. So maybe this is where I'll use some oil pastel. And it doesn't matter, friends, what colors you're using. So maybe I want to start with some zigzags. Okay, so then I have that, and then maybe I'll do some straight lines, and I'm going to use a little bit of pink. Okay, so I have room. Maybe I want to do one more, and maybe I'll do like some dots throughout to finish these up. Maybe like a dotted line just throughout. I do like to add in the background maybe some things to make us feel like we're outside. If you want to draw a couple leaves on your trees, you can. I'm just going to go in for mine and I'm just going to add some lines for grass. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. Maybe, you know, if there's anything else, think about that artist we saw, how she had some things in her drawing. If there's anything else you'd like to go in and draw that I haven't, you are more than welcome to do that. So at this point, what I'm going to do now is my last step, which is to add just some little gold embellishments. We're not covering or painting the whole thing gold. just some little areas where we touch on gold in both the background and the foreground, which is our trees. So that way we're able to unify the whole piece so that something similar is going on throughout both the trees and the background. And by doing something that's the same in both the background and the foreground, which are our trees, we're able to make it look like it all belongs together. So I'm gonna need a small paintbrush to start with. So I have my small paintbrush, and I'm just gonna start by pushing lightly on this brush, just a couple spots. I'm just gonna outline or even, just dot some gold in each tree. Give it a little shine. And then after I've done that, maybe my background somewhere I want to now go in. So in this one I just did swirls, but if you want to go in and just do some dashes and lines like you did in your trees, you can always do that. You can even make it look like maybe those trees have some gold leaves. Okay, so that's looking great. And at that point, after you've done the gold, the project is done. Put it on the drying rack and we will start our new project next week.